What's your favorite social media to use right now? Is it YouTube or is it Twitch or no, you don't use Twitch, but the that other streaming thing? What was that?
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. Was that which one do you like best, or what do you like best?
I mainly use Twitter. I don't even see YouTube as social media because there's no way for us to communicate with our audience besides putting out a
Streaming.
video or streaming. I can't just send a message out to all my subs saying, hey, this is what's going on. I can't even, we have sponsors. I can't even message them to let them know what's going on. So we have to use these other platforms like Discord or Twitter or Facebook even
Just for
to
communication.
just for communication. And not everyone is using those, so it's very limited communication. You can't even talk to all your people, which is a major issue.
I mean, how do you go about getting your sponsors? Do they contact you, or do you contact them, or
Well, you mean like the sponsors I was talking about on YouTube?
like what you're like a larger sponsor, like if you're like the chair
Oh,
you're sitting in?
well, they mainly contact me. I haven't too much going into trying to contact them. I probably should do that more, but it's just so much on a day-to-day basis trying to do stuff. Then also, I don't know. It's weird because like, again, being a YouTube streamer, it's kind of hard to get in that doorway. Most times when people get those branding deals, it's because the company contacted them and they set up the deal. So that's usually how it works.
Well, my run a social a digital marketing company. My husband's on that end, and he matches brands with influencers and stuff. So it's
Yeah,
interesting.
or you have an agent that does it for you. Yeah, which is
They're
w-
expensive.
well, YouTubers we have what's called networks
Hmm.
that we're involved in, and they're supposed to do that for us. But most of the networks they don't really do anything, even though they take a percentage of your earnings. So I am in a network, and it's funny you say that because I just got a Skype message from the head of my network saying that he just got me a branding deal. He's gonna send me the details later. But for the most part, for most people that are in networks, they don't really do that unless you're a really big channel, like you already have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Then you're more likely when you join a network that they're going to be trying to do more things for you. But for the average channel, a lot of these channels they join these networks thinking that they're going to be, you know, helping them out, and they don't really do that much on YouTube, which is another major issue on YouTube. These networks are just taking advantage of people and not offering them the benefits that they should be.
If you had a branding deal, would you prefer a brand deal that's just full on cash, or like like an item like the chair that you could sit in and try out and talk about it as you're doing your game and stuff?
Well, it depends. I've received like I've done deals where they just send me like the thing, a free copy of the thing to review. Like I got this from a company called Toby. It's an eye tracker, so when you're playing games, it tracks your eye movement,
Hmm.
and that actually translates into the game. I've gotten some other stuff. So a lot of companies they will just like they'll just send you the product.
Some
It's yours.
collaboration type things.
Yeah, they want you to make a video on it or something. So it's like it's a value because you got the product for free. Actually, no. No, I'm sorry. They sent me this, but they also paid me. So I'm sorry. I'm lying.
That's even better.
They paid me. But there are companies that will just send you the product. But I prefer money. Money's good.
Yeah,
Money's
money's
always
always
great.
nice.
Yeah.
At what point did you start monetizing your channel? Was it like immediately, or how long did it take you to build up to that?
Immediately, yeah. I've always been a component. I've always been a proponent of is put ads on your videos as soon as you can because otherwise you're missing out. Even if it's just a quarter that you get
Right.
for an entire month, you're still slowly building yourself up. And people, ads are normal nowadays. People they don't like to see them sometimes, but they deal with them. So don't think you're doing people a service by not having them. You're doing yourself a disservice by not having them. If you actually are serious about growing your business, then you should have. I feel you should have that mindset from the beginning that okay, well, this is a business and this is how you're gonna make money with this business, even if you're only getting a quarter. Like I was really happy when I got my first $25. It was $20, but still, it's like, well, I've been growing this thing and it's starting to work. I can see it. There's money in there now.
About
It's
how many?
$20.
Any idea
You
like
know,
what subscriber level you're at before you actually got any? Before you were able to reach your $25 thing? Or
um, probably like I don't know, a couple hundred people, I guess. Yeah, and that was when I was live streaming. So live streaming is a lot easier to start growing your channel and earning revenue. because it's so here and there that people, especially the way YouTube is set up, people will kind of click and watch you based on just being curious as to what
Or
you're doing.
voyeuristic.
Yeah, because you're live and it's there and now, as opposed to like there's so many people on YouTube doing the same thing, uploading videos every single day. There's like millions of videos uploaded, and unless you're doing something really unique and different, trendy, viral, whatever, your videos aren't going to be noticed, that much. But there aren't that many people on YouTube right now that are streaming. So let's say, a million Minecraft videos get uploaded a day, but there's like 100 people streaming Minecraft. Well, that's way less of a barrier to entry if somebody searches for Minecraft and then your stream pops up. So they're not going through a million videos. They're going through 100 people that are streaming, and maybe you have the most people watching right now. So they're gonna say, oh, I'm gonna click on him and see what this guy's about because he has 200 people watching him play Minecraft. He must be cool or something. So it's much easier to get into live streaming on YouTube right now than it is trying to be a regular video creator, unless you're doing something just crazy, that people haven't seen before.
What software do you use when you're doing the split screen versus the picture-in-picture window when you're doing your videos?
It's all OBS. OBS is very powerful. You can do anything you want with it.
I'm a big fan of your artwork, your Kangdom. How'd you come up with your name there?
Well, a long time ago, like in middle school, I did a research paper on this guy. Well, I did it on this guy. His name was Emperor Kang, and I just liked his name, so I took it. I liked his
What's
name. He had an interesting backstory, so I said, that's a cool name. When you're a kid and you're looking for like a handle to call yourself online, I'm like, oh, that's a cool name. Bam, there it is.
I was always Sucata. That was always Sucata.
Sucata, that's cool. Yeah, it's a cool name.
What would you say to people that are just getting started? What was is there like a one thing you would try to say to give them a heads up for it?
Honestly, I would say just do it. Like a lot of people, they spend so much time thinking about it, and that was me. I spent a lot of time saying, well, maybe I can do YouTube, maybe I can't, maybe it's not right for me. But at a certain point, I was just like, well, I'm just gonna try it, and I'm just gonna put in my full effort into it. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, at least I can say that I tried it to the best of my abilities. And yeah, but thankfully it did work. Another thing that's more grounded on actually growing your channel is especially if you're trying to be a live streamer for gaming content. YouTube is so broad; you can do so many different things. But specifically to what I do is you need to work the system. You need to play what you want to play, but you also have to play what people want to watch. So that's how YouTube works, because YouTube is all based on search and algorithm. YouTube, it tries to figure out what people want to watch and see, whatever people are searching for. So that's the only way you really can grow. If you're playing things, if you're doing stuff that no one cares about, then
no reason for them to tune in, right?
Yeah, and it's hard because you could think that, oh, well, if I do this, people may care about it, but you need evidence. You need to do your research. There's a lot of tools out there where you can see what's actually trending on YouTube, what games are trending, what games people are searching for, what games people aren't searching for. So if you use those tools, you can see, well, oh, if I play this game, well, no one is searching for this game at all. So how would people be able to find me if no one is searching for what I'm doing? It's pretty simple when you think about it, but some people don't, and then they wonder why they aren't growing.
Right. So did that determine what made you go into the horror type genre that you do a lot, or are you actually a big horror fan?
I'm not I like horror movies. I don't like horror games. I feel more comfortable with when other people are doing things than myself. But yeah, you're absolutely right, because again, when you think about YouTube, when you see what's popular on YouTube, a lot of horror content is very popular. A lot of horror games, they're very popular because people like to see people be afraid and scared.